I suppose what interests me about neuroscience research is trying to understand exactly what it is the human mind does. And I use the word mind deliberately because I think there's an element in psychiatry that no other part of medicine touches on, and that's the thing that makes us uniquely human. To specifically address the underlying neurobiology of the mind, if you will, and I'm using that term loosely, if you specifically address that from a basic science perspective, I think that's an amazing, question. Probably one of the larger questions out there that we have posed to try and answer in terms of a human race. And so that is really what fascinates me about neuroscience, affective neuroscience in particular, and psychiatry as a field in medicine. So as far as mentorship is concerned, my mentor currently is Ned Kalin, and through direct contact with him is really how I developed these interests in trait anxiety that overlap with my personal interest in the insular cortex. I think without his guidance, I wouldn't know exactly how to place my interest in that particular region of the brain in the context of what's both scientifically feasible and technically feasible as well. And without that guidance that does exist here, I think, in droves, both from Ned Kalin as well as a number of other individuals that I interact with on a daily basis, without that, I don't think that I would be able to sort of make steps in the right direction. Now that said, do I mentor other people? And I would say that I don't mentor other research residents as directly as, say, a research mentor per se, but I act as chief resident, as research track resident, I act as a type of guide or a type of signpost, if you will, to help direct them in the maybe a more dynamic thing than a signpost, but something that acts as sort of a guide, if you will, to help them make the right decisions in terms of balancing their research career, their career research goals with the demands of the clinic. And that I think is probably pretty critical for them in terms of long-term goals, in terms of surviving residency and also thriving as a neuroscientist.